because regularity makes it work. So we started on time, we'll end on time, and that's what I'm going to recommend everybody does for your Madhuvan lifestyle that you create. The title of this workshop is actually called Yoga, Meditation, and Music with MADALSA, that's me, and my students who are going to be leading in the yoga, the meditation, and the music. So I'm really delighted about that. So anybody who's brought a mat can feel free to join. If you have a folded blanket, you can also join here. And feel easy. Communicate. And be yourself. Self is always pure. Self is always one. That's a big word. Even though it's only 3 letters, it's a concept. But when we do our yoga, the proper word for yoga really is yog. It's a Sanskrit word. And yog means to unite the individual self, say our personalities, and all our individual conditionings and upbringings, who we think we are, with our higher self, which is within each one of us. And when that happens through the process of yoga, yoga is to unite through techniques. So we have deep breathing, which calms the mind and the body. We have proper thinking, which keeps the energy focused. Then we have exercises for the body that make the body flexible or maintaining flexibility, strong, healthy, and capable of, interacting in a way that you maintain your calm. Because the real focus is that we are already calm within. Even the child is already calm within. We're born blissful. And sometimes we get identified thinking, oh, hi Susan, and then we think, I'm Susan, and we forget our true nature is coming from that. Where do we come from? We say we come from mother and father connected. But in reality, we come from that pure space. And the pure space, the nature of that, is blissful, forever. There's many words in Hindi that could relay it very well, but I'm not going to labor you with that. Here's my card, which you can, if you'd like, check online, MADHUVANLifestyle.com, and there'll be all sorts of information about how you practice your routine. So we're going to start, and whoever wants to join in with the yoga can, even if some of the poses might include standing up, you could try. And we have a little girl, Kajal, who's coming, and she's going to demonstrate a few things for us. I'd like to ask my daughter, Rachna, to come up on the stage, and we're both going to work with our morning routine for you. Oh, you can come here. So we're really thankful for the people at the festival who are working so hard as volunteers to set up a situation where we can all work together. So we're going to be sitting in a position for a lot of the things that we do in the morning. My daughter Rachna, say hello, has worked very hard in the last 2 years to create a routine that works for a busy schedule. She's a career woman, she's highly educated, she speaks English, but she also sings in Hindi. And she has experimented with me for the last 2 years to find out what works. If you could hand me over there some of those things like our timer, I know you're all settled there, but you can have your clock, handy-dandy clock in front of you, but what will that do for you if you want to sit in meditation and you have to open your eyes every time? So we're going to give you all of our tips to help you. This is called the dollar shop timer. And it's really easy to use, We're going to start, with the concept of the tools that we need. You push 2 buttons, you push 1 minute for your meditation, you hit start, there you have it. It goes off, ding, ding. So these are just little tips, but they're very handy because you have to be organized, just like anything to be successful. This is our program. Do you think this came together all by itself? Hard work, dedication, and love. To become realized of your own true nature It's not necessarily an easy thing, but you get the result by what? Can anybody tell me? Practice. Whatever you practice, you become good at. If you practice sitting on a couch and eating potato chips, I think they call us something like a potato, what is it? A couch potato. Okay, you don't have to give up your chips. But I would say, start to sit on the floor if you're not already. Sit comfortably. We're going to show you some poses that are comfortable. You can sit in a chair and do a lot of the things that we're going to show you this morning. But I would suggest for some of them you sit at the edge of your chair. If you're going to sit on the floor, make sure your ankles don't hurt you. You may want to put something where she's used to it. So we're going to start first by showing you what we do in the morning. We have a schedule. Now, I'm not going to say everybody has to follow this schedule for your routine, but what I'm going to say is that you adapt what you find that might be helpful to your lifestyle. Okay, so let's say we go to bed late. What happens for our morning routine? It's pretty hard to get up early. I don't know if I should tell you that little Kajal, who's supposed to be demonstrating now, went to bed at 12 o'clock. How could she get up early? So she forgot about the most important thing. Okay, it's okay. She'll be here on time. We'll give her some leeway. What we found is you have to give yourself leeway with your routine. If you don't have some leeway, you'll get upset with yourself. Oh, I missed my routine. A little bit of discipline is helpful, but see what works. If it doesn't work to get up at a certain time, change your time. But what we want to do is practice daily. I know that seems like a big word when it comes to eating daily, sleeping daily. What else do we do daily? Breathe daily. Why not, meditate, which in fact a little bit of meditation daily connects you to your higher self, keeps you tuned in. So many benefits you're going to see. So exercise is something that makes the body, especially the yogic asanas is the word, but I'm going to say the yogic postures you will use will actually create strength in your back so you can sit longer. Will create energy moving in your body when you breathe deep. So you think better. You can execute anything better. Skating, walking, swimming, talking. Why? Because everything is going to connect nicely. All the prana, which is the vital life energy in your body, will surge through your body because you stretched, release tension, and then you're just filled. And if you know how to channel that energy, it goes to the third eye, rises up the spine. And I'm going to say it reminds you of your true self. All the rest is kind of cleared out. All your identification of, oh, I'm this and I'm that, and what am I going to do today, and how did somebody treat me, or any number of things the mind could do to you, it will clear that out. So let's practice today first. We'll start with, we usually have our bath early in the morning. I start with a Ganesh Vandana prayer in Rag Lalit Teental. Now that sounds a little complex, but that's a classical prayer that I like to do. So then, Rachna, if you want to start, she takes, after she's had her bath too, she will take one of her favorite books. We're working with a Patanjali book right now, but the one that we did thoroughly for years, daily, is called Meet. Can everybody hear? Okay, I'll just repeat. Did we have another mic for her by any chance, Martin? It's already here? So,
Meet your true self through meditation.
Just show them the cover there.
By Swami Sham.
So this is my meditation guru, the late Swami Sham. Wonderful book. So she's going to show you how, if you pick a verse and you hold it to your head, this is a tradition, and you request that the verse will serve you, then you can randomly look through your book. But if you want to go page by page, that's a good way to get yourself familiar with the wonderful context. It will transform anybody's life completely. So she's picked a verse already for you this morning, and I found it very applicable. So she'll read for you. And what the tradition is, you read every morning one paragraph of whichever verse that you're working with in your book, or randomly, twice. Let's take a chance to go for it now.
I am presenting Dhyan Yoga, or Meditation Yoga, To those people who have begun to seek the free state of mind and a healthy body, this is the science of meditation. It will never be found to be useless or unprofitable, because anybody who practices it immediately experiences extraordinary results in his life. His mind feels freedom, joy, peace, and relaxation. His doubts, confusion, and destructive concepts and beliefs get eliminated, and he experiences the sense of happiness and physical strength daily. So we'll read it again. I am presenting Dhyan Yoga, or Meditation Yoga, to those people who have begun to seek the free state of mind and a healthy body. This is the science of meditation. It will never be found to be useless or unprofitable, because anybody who practices it immediately experiences extraordinary results in his life. His mind feels freedom, joy, peace, and relaxation. His doubts, confusion, and destructive concepts and beliefs get eliminated, and he experiences the sense of happiness and physical strength daily.
Thanks, Rachna. So then what we do is we include a little bit of a prayer. The prayer that we do is called Guru Mantra. And we also sing in what we call our pitch. As women and men, we have different pitches. I'll get into that later. So let's start. So I'll give you the sa that my voice is naturally going to sing. Sa. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahm, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So then Rachna will begin to lead oftentimes in the morning the meditation. These songs you can find online. There's many variations of the prayers. And she now is going to introduce to you what she does every morning. We have a little other routine to get out of bed, but we don't have time for that one yet. She's developed it, it's fabulous. You can check online later. But now she'll talk us through some yogic exercise, morning routine. Ready?
So for morning routine,
you can sit on the edge, Rachna, if you want.
So the morning routine, we always start with some neck rolls. You can sit on the edge of your chair with your back straight, and we put our shoulders up, back, and down. That aligns the back and gets
the energy flowing.
I guess. So we're going to start with some neck rolls going back and forth, and we always coordinate mantra with counting, just so we don't get lost doing the neck rolls and spend all morning doing them. So we say the mantra on the way up and count on the way down, such as Sham. 1.
So the mantra is Sham, which is a wonderful, simple mantra that will create a vibration within yourself. You can use any mantra, Om, anything that you're comfortable with. We use specifically Sham. Let's use Om for this one, okay? So everybody together with Rachna, we're going to do it 5 times. So we're going to be lifting up. After your shoulders are up, back, and down, that's when we're going to lift up our chin. But when you bring your chin down, make sure you keep your shoulders right back. Okay, so you're not hurting yourself. So 5 times together, and you'll lead it with counting for you so you don't get lost.
Sham.
1.
Sham. 2.
So breathe out when you bring your head forward. When you're ready to breathe in, that's when you lift your head up.
And we'll repeat 3 more times.
Yes. So on your own, just when you're ready to breathe in, you lift up your head, and when you're ready to breathe out, you lower your head. You can close your eyes and feel the exercise where it's stretching those muscles. So next, we're going to take the head from side to side. So if you'd like to keep your shoulders up, back and down, always check. And then take your head from one side gently as you breathe in. When you're ready to breathe out, bring it back to the middle. When you're ready to breathe in, go to the other side. Feel the stretch, keep your shoulders right back. And breathing out, coming back to the center. So 4 more times, because you already did 1. Ready? Go at your rate. Nice. This limbers up the neck. Lets the energy release if there's any tension. So let's take the head down now. Just watch first. We're going to take the chin down and go over to one side gently. And only if you have a fairly healthy neck, you should do this. If you've had surgery or if there's any pain, you should take your head around from side to side. So just check. Let's go together. Just gently go to the side. You're rounding back. And as you take your head back, as long as you don't feel any tightness, any indication of pain, you should just go from side to side, and I'll show you that option. So this option, if you feel any sense of pain, we just go from one shoulder and back down again to the other shoulder. So you choose which one, and we'll go a total of 5 times. You can go 5 times in one direction and then 5 times in the other, or you could just go from side to side 5 times and alternate. But feel the wonderful stretch. A lot of tension is held in the neck and in the face. So if you feel headaches or, stress, make sure you do your neck rolls, ideally daily. It's a great way to start your morning. So next we're going to go in, and we'll keep up the pace so we can cover other things too. Next we're going to do some, change your position if need be, especially if we're on a hard surface. And we're going to lift the shoulders. Do you want to lead this part, or is it hard to do? Hold with this hand and just start with that one. A little quicker so we can get through.
I don't know how to describe this one, but you can just look. Essentially, if you're sitting on a chair, you want to turn to the side so you have more room for your arms to move, and you're going to lift the arm up so the elbow is kind of pointing back, and then let it fall forward.
And we breathe in when you lift up. Good. And breathe out when we let go. So a total of 5 times. Close your eyes. That allows you to feel the experience more. And don't overdo it if you're just starting. Just be gentle with yourself. Regularity is much more important than doing a whole bunch all at once. So 5 times on one side, and then 5 times on the other side. And you just switch, like Rachna's doing here, to the other side so that you can move with your chair there. You might be feeling limited if you're in a chair. Otherwise, you can sit facing straight ahead. Remember to breathe in, lifting up. Breathe out, lowering down. You can almost get a little bit of a swing happening when you lower down, so it's natural. Breathing in, feel the chest expanding, energy's flowing. And you can concentrate on the third eye, which is about here where I wear my bindi, to help you place the attention and focus. So what's next, Rachna?
Now we're going to do both arms together.
So this one, you pull your shoulders back and elbows back, and then you release. Feels good, eh? Coordinating everything. Releasing when you breathe out. And closing the eyes and feeling, the effect of your stretching. You'll watch, energy will flow more freely. About 5 times. 3 to 5 times. So next.
Next you're going to take...
Let's do this together. Hands up over your head, right? Clasp your hands in front. Turn your hands out. And just gently push up with your knuckles, breathing in, and then lower down and reverse. It'll be easier if you don't have your mic running.
Thumb, your hand is above, just switch it, like move your fingers one up.
So if you had the thumb on top, that time you can reverse everything. So you're stretching more of the muscles in the other hand. Breathing in as you lift up. Breathing down. So a total of 2 times on each side. This lifts up the dorsal area, helps you breathe. Gets energy flowing. Last one for these arm exercises. Hands back behind like this. I'm just going to turn this way so you can see. You clasp. Turn your thumbs out to the sides and just gently lift up. Be very careful you don't go too fast. You just want to have a nice stretch. Try to sit straight, looking straight ahead. So, 5 times, magic number. Up and down. So same thing, breathing in when you lift up, breathing out when you're lowering down. Feel as you breathe in, you're breathing in energy. As you breathe out, you're letting go of any tension. Don't own it. Great. And so next, side twist.
Yeah.
Okay. So a side twist is done in a sitting position, cross-legged. If you're on your chair, you just want to cross over your right hand onto your left. Your left hand will start together. Left hand onto your right knee, opposite of mine here. And take your other arm back behind. And just with your elbows, pull out and look over your shoulder. With the chair, you may have to sit more forward on your chair in order to do that, to clasp hold of the handle. Then releasing, going to the other side. Doesn't it feel good? This is called a side stretch. We've developed a morning and evening routine to suit us. So we do half an hour in the morning and half an hour at night. And we do a different routine at night. We're doing the morning one today because that's where we're at. Next. Once more. Good. Really feel it. You've got to pull with your elbows out so you help your body stretch. And the arm goes way back behind, pushing with your hands. Wonderful. So next we're just going to face forward or maybe in as an angle. And we're going to do the last stretch before we go on to the other poses. So we're going to stretch forward like so. So you can sort of inch forward with your hands, leaning forward as far as you can go. On your chair, just lean over your chair. Good, and then coming up slowly. Now, how do you feel? Loosened up? Ready to go for your sun salutation? Okay, I'll tell you what that is. So, just keep an eye on the time. Yes, if you could demonstrate down there, that's great. Me, yeah, facing you. Okay, so I'll show you first the sun salutation, and this is basically a series of 12 poses all together, and this is a great warm-up. In the schools in India, a long time ago, in the high schools, this was mandatory, that you'd have to do 12 rounds. And why? Because it's a thorough warm-up, and it makes your body extremely flexible, gets rid of tension, and it helps you move in such a fashion that you feel everything's all limbered up and ready to go for any activity. So those of you that are in your mats, maybe just watch once, and then if you could join me. So I'll just turn towards the direction of the sun. I'm going to show you first our starting position. We're only going to go through this one time together after I demonstrate, because we're going to move on to some other things. So just watching carefully first. As we place our feet, I'll have you place them right underneath your hip bones. If you're a wider person, that's fine. Just right underneath your hip bones. I'm planting the weight of my body into the middle of the feet, hands in front of my heart space like so. Now when I'm ready to breathe in, I'm going to lock the thumbs like this. It's really important to help you lift up, pull back, And go to your limit, just stretching back, just bending your knees slightly. When you're ready to breathe out, we'll pull with our thumbs forward. We'll attempt to touch the feet. This is what Kajal was going to do, my little sweet Kajal, who made a video of her doing the yoga, has inspired all my grandchildren. I'm sorry she's missing it, but that's because she stayed up too late. That's okay. I won't scold her too much. Maybe she'll find her way here. Okay, so now where were we? We were starting like this, and you can try each step. So this is your first step, getting centered. Deep breath in. As you breathe in, you're stretching back. When you're ready to breathe out, you'll come forward and down and touch your toes and let your head hang down. And then when you're ready, we'll place our feet right along, level with our toes, 4 inches out from the sides of your body. We're going to bend the legs, stretch the right leg back, put your knee down, look up at the ceiling. Next, we're going to place the palms down and lift up and stretch with your legs at the back, push your head down. Then we're going to bring the knees down, we're going to swing back, then we're going to move the book stand over, and then we're going to come down in between and look up at the ceiling. Now these are 6 poses, so that it's not hard, it's just coordinating everything and trying to do it with your breath. I'm going to reverse everything now. When you're ready to breathe out, you push back up. When you're ready to breathe in, you bring your right leg up again, looking up at the ceiling. You bring your left leg up to your starting position. Try to bring your head towards your knees. When you're ready to breathe in, lock your thumbs. This is really important, watch this. We pull out with our arms. And once your arms are alongside your ears, I lost the mic there. Back up, and then down. So, after you've completed that, you're going to want to stand and breathe deep. Sink into the floor and feel the benefit of all that energy flowing through your body. And you'll breathe maybe 3 deep breaths, and then we'll go on to the next segment. So it's called sun salutation. Okay, everybody ready? Some of you have probably done it before. You may have your version. You can try this one too if you'd like. Good. So let's start together. Just check to see if your feet are parallel, like a railway track, straight, aligned inside the feet, inside this part here, aligned. Put the full weight. Oh yes, Rachna has a good point. Coming up on your mat, if you're sharing a mat, then at least have your feet, your face protected, and your mat should be such that you're in the middle of it and your feet stay on, ideally. Okay, ready? Good, thanks for joining. So feet parallel to each other. Good. Hands in front, saluting that inner self, which is, the sun is symbolic of as well here. When you're ready, lock the thumbs together like so. Curl them around, so you're going to help pull up. Keep your arms alongside your ears, and then just bend your knees just a little bit. And when you're ready to come up, pull up towards the ceiling with your hands. When you're ready to breathe out, keep pulling your hands and bend from your hips. Bring your head towards your knees. Try to make an effort to touch your toes and your head towards your knees. Then position your hands 4 inches away from the outsides of your feet, level with your toes. So out to the side, 4 inches, level with the toes, the top toes. When you're ready, bend your knees, put the weight on your fingers, and stretch your right leg all the way back as far as you can comfortably. Good. Looking up at the ceiling. When you're ready to breathe out, we're going to put the weight on our hands. We're going to lift up, like on the fingers, lift up the knee and slide or place that other leg back 6 to 8 inches away from your other foot. Push your heels towards the floor. When you're ready, bring your knees down, swing back, and come lower. Now, to get lower here, you have to have your elbows out and go slowly down and arch back up at the ceiling. Great, we're halfway through. So when you're ready to push up, breathe out, coordinate it. When you're ready to breathe out, push up again into the arch. Get ready to bring your right foot up. So you put the weight on your left hand, just your fingertips of your right hand are supporting.